The term caveman conjures up a brutish, simplistic image. It's a picture often painted with broad strokes, depicting beings of limited intellect and even more limited social skills. But this caricature does a disservice to our remarkable ancestors, obscuring the true complexity and ingenuity of these early humans. It's time to move beyond the stereotypes and appreciate their true place in our history. These early humans, Neanderthals, our close relatives, and Homo sapiens, the direct ancestors of all people alive today, were intelligent, adaptable, and innovative, constantly learning and refining their skills to survive. They were masters of their environment, thriving in the dramatic landscapes of the Pleistocene epoch, a period of immense environmental change and challenge. They lived among mammoths, those colossal creatures that roamed the earth, and cave lions, formidable predators that tested their courage and hunting prowess. They were not outsiders, but an integral part of a vibrant ecosystem, deeply connected to the natural world around them. They understood the rhythms of nature and their place within it. Far from being mere cave dwellers, huddled in the darkness, they built shelters from mammoth bones, ingenious structures that provided warmth and protection from the elements. They set up camps, carefully chosen for their resources and strategic advantages, and moved with the seasons, following the migrations of animals and the availability of plants. Their survival depended on deep knowledge of nature, resourcefulness in the face of scarcity, and the strength of community, working together to overcome challenges. To understand them, we must look beyond stereotypes, those simplistic and often misleading images, and explore their real daily lives, the routines, the struggles, and the triumphs that shaped their existence. Through archaeology, we uncover their tools, meticulously crafted from stone and bone, dwellings, the remnants of their homes, and art. Evidence of a complex creative existence, a testament to their capacity for symbolic thought and expression. Let's journey back to meet not a caricature, a cartoonish representation of our past, but the ingenious, resilient people at the dawn of human culture, the individuals who laid the foundation for everything that followed. Their story is one of survival against the odds, innovation in the face of adversity, and the first sparks of human consciousness, the awakening of our species' unique ability to think, create, and connect. And dawn in the Ice Age, a time when survival was a daily challenge, and the warmth of a communal fire was more than just comfort. It was life itself. The fire, carefully nurtured through the night, was the heart of every camp, a beacon of hope against the encroaching cold and darkness. It represented safety, community, and the promise of a new day. Families huddled together for warmth, sharing body heat and whispered stories as the first rays of light touched the horizon. The bond between family members was essential, a shield against the harsh realities of their world. Waking to the sounds of a group stirring, a symphony of soft movements and hushed voices, signaling the start of another day filled with uncertainty and the constant need to secure their existence. Children murmuring, their innocent voices a gentle reminder of the future they were fighting to protect. They were the legacy, the reason for enduring the hardships of the Pleistocene. Adults stretching stiff muscles, preparing their bodies for the physical demands of the day ahead. Each movement was deliberate, a conscious effort to overcome the lingering effects of the cold and the exhaustion, and the fire being coaxed back to life, embers glowing brighter with each breath, a symbol of resilience and the unwavering spirit of survival. The flames danced, casting flickering shadows that seemed to whisper tales of ancestors past. The world outside was dangerous, a constant threat lurking in the shadows of the primeval forests and vast open plains. Predators roamed freely, and the elements were unforgiving. So every morning started with a careful scan for threats and opportunities, a vigilant assessment of the surrounding environment to ensure the safety of the group and identify potential sources of sustenance. Food was precious, a commodity to be cherished and conserved. Every scrap was utilized, and nothing was wasted. Breakfast was whatever remained from the previous day, a meager offering to fuel the arduous tasks that lay ahead. Dried meat, a staple source of protein, carefully preserved to withstand the test of time. Berries, a sweet and vital source of vitamins, gathered with care from the surrounding wilderness. Or roasted roots, providing essential carbohydrates and sustenance to power their bodies. Each member had a role, a specific contribution to make to the collective well-being of the community. Some prepared food or hides, transforming raw materials into essential resources for survival. Others planned the day's hunt or gathering, strategizing to maximize their chances of success and minimize the risks involved. Decisions were made by consensus, a testament to the importance of collective wisdom and shared responsibility, based on tradition and survival needs, drawing upon the accumulated knowledge of generations past to navigate the challenges of the present. As the sun rose, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, the group split up, each contingent embarking on their designated tasks. Hunters, armed with spears and unwavering determination, ventured into the wilderness in pursuit of sustenance. Gatherers, skilled in the art of foraging, sought out edible plants and berries to supplement their diet. And caretakers tending to the young, the elderly, and the vital tasks of maintaining the camp. Each vital to the community's survival, a delicate balance of skills and responsibilities that ensured their continued existence. Every day was a coordinated effort, a symphony of human activity orchestrated by the rhythms of nature and the demands of survival. Rooted in knowledge and cooperation, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Hunting was a dangerous, essential task demanding skill, courage, and teamwork. Armed with expertly crafted spears, hunters tracked formidable prey, horses, bison, even mammoths, using deep knowledge of animal behavior and the land. They communicated silently, using hand signals and the terrain to their advantage. Some hunts involved driving herds off cliffs, others required isolating and surrounding a single animal. The risks were high, injuries were common, but success meant food, clothing, and tools for all. Every part of the animal was used: meat for sustenance, hides for shelter, bones for tools. The return from a successful hunt was a communal celebration, reinforcing social bonds. Hunting was not just survival, it was a testament to human ingenuity and cooperation. The hunt shaped the rhythm and unity of prehistoric life. While hunting was dramatic, gathering was the steady backbone of survival. Women, children, and elders collected plants, nuts, berries, roots, and more, guided by generations of ecological knowledge. Gathering was systematic. Knowing what to pick, when, and where was vital. They also collected firewood, stones for tools, eggs, and small animals, expanding the group's resources. This daily work was a time for teaching, as elders passed on wisdom about edible and medicinal plants. Gathered foods provided a nutritional safety net, ensuring survival even when hunts failed. The act of gathering fostered social bonds and cultural continuity. It was the foundation of daily life, supporting the community through every season. Gathering was as crucial as the hunt, sustaining both body and tradition. Toolmaking defined our ancestors, turning raw stone into sharp-edged instruments for every task. Flint knapping was a skilled craft, requiring precision and vision to create hand axes, scrapers, and spear points. Techniques evolved. Neanderthals mastered the Mousterian industry, while Homo sapiens developed advanced blade technology. Tools became more specialized: needles for sewing, harpoons for fishing, and atlatls for hunting. The camp's workshop was a hub of innovation, littered with flakes and discarded cores. Each tool reflected planning and abstract thought, hallmarks of human intelligence. Toolmaking was a daily necessity, enabling adaptation to new challenges and environments. The constant drive to improve tools fueled survival and progress. These innovations laid the groundwork for future human achievements. The story of humanity is written in stone. Shelter wasn't just a luxury, it was a lifeline. It represented the difference between survival and succumbing to the elements. In the unforgiving, harsh Pleistocene world, where temperatures plummeted and the landscape was often a frozen expanse, shelter offered critical protection from the relentless weather. Biting winds, torrential rains, and devastating blizzards. It was a refuge against the unpredictable forces of nature. Even more critically, it provided a safe haven from predators, those ever-present dangers lurking in the shadows, constantly seeking their next meal. Caves and rock shelters offering natural protection were highly prized and fiercely contested. They were the most desirable real estate of the Paleolithic. But when natural formations were scarce, our resourceful ancestors also built sturdy huts, demonstrating ingenuity and adaptability. These structures were often constructed from readily available materials like mammoth bones, providing a framework, and animal hides, offering insulation and weatherproofing. The hearth, the central fireplace, was the heart of the home, providing essential warmth against the cold, a source of light to pierce the darkness, and a vital place to cook food, transforming raw ingredients into sustenance and a place to gather, fostering social bonds. The mastery of fire fundamentally transformed the human diet, making previously indigestible foods palatable and nutritious. Fire also extended productive hours, allowing for toolmaking, crafting, and other essential tasks to continue long after the sun had set. And perhaps most importantly, fire offered a sense of comfort and security against the terrors that lurked in the dark, keeping predators at bay. Campsites were strategically chosen for easy access to fresh water, proximity to essential resources like game and vegetation, and whenever possible, for defensibility, selecting locations that offered a natural advantage against potential threats. Building and maintaining shelters required a high degree of cooperation, careful planning, and the division of labor, reflecting a complex social organization and a shared understanding of the importance of collective effort. Whether families found refuge in caves or painstakingly constructed their own huts from available materials, home was more than just a physical structure. It was a place of safety, a haven of care, and a center of community. These shelters were far more than mere protection from the elements and predators. They were the very birthplace of family bonds, the cradle of cultural traditions, and the foundation of social life. The fundamental concept of home began right here, in these humble dwellings, anchoring human existence to a specific place, fostering a sense of belonging, and forging deep connections between people. In essence, shelter was not just a physical structure, it was the very foundation upon which survival, community, and a sense of belonging were built. Stone Age life was built on community survival, depended on cooperation and shared knowledge. Groups were close-knit with elders passing down wisdom through stories and hands-on teaching. Food was shared, ensuring everyone, young, old, or injured, was cared for. The care of the sick and injured, like the Neanderthal at Shanidar Cave, shows deep social bonds. Reciprocity and mutual support created a resilient, adaptive society. Evenings around the fire were for storytelling, planning, and reinforcing group identity. Language and social interaction were crucial, shaping culture and cooperation. These bonds enabled humans to thrive in a challenging world. Community was the heart of Stone Age life, laying the groundwork for civilization. The strength of the group was humanity's greatest asset. Our ancestors were not just survivors, they were artists and thinkers. Deep within caves, they painted vivid images of animals using ochre and charcoal to create sacred spaces. The purpose of this art remains debated: ritual, storytelling, or spiritual connection, but its meaning was profound. They crafted jewelry from shells, teeth, and bones, expressing identity and status. Body decoration and ornamentation reveal a desire for beauty and belonging. Burial practices, with grave goods and careful placement, suggest beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. These symbolic acts mark a leap in abstract thought and cultural complexity. Art and ritual connected individuals to each other and to the mysteries of existence. Through creativity, they explored their world and their place within it. The legacy of their imagination endures in every human culture. Our Stone Age ancestors are not distant strangers, they are the roots of who we are. Their innovations, social bonds, and adaptability shaped our evolution and society. The hunter-gatherer way forged our instincts for cooperation, sharing, and community. Their drive to solve problems and create tools echoes in our modern achievements. Our connection to nature, though changed, is a legacy of their deep environmental knowledge. Their resilience and creativity laid the foundation for all human progress. When we study their tools, art, and burials, we glimpse the dawn of the human spirit. Their story is the opening chapter of our own, a testament to survival, ingenuity, and hope.